on YouTube? It's James with ChiHammer's Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got another battle report for you today. It's Road to ETC 2018 Croatia. Guys, what's going on? It's James. I got another game for you today. I'm on my way to, this is like the week before heading out to Croatia. I ended up playing a couple games. I played a game against Jake motherfucking Murphy. Now I'm playing a game against Todd Watson. Now, Todd is a regular at the Dice Dojo, and I live a couple blocks away from the Dice Dojo. We got a game in. We're just like, fuck it, haven't played in forever. I kind of needed to practice on Secure Target. I needed to practice on a Bretonian army. I'm sorry, a Kingdom of Aquitaine army. And so I figured this is a good opportunity to go ahead and get both of those out of the way. Let's go over what Todd has. Let's go over what I have. I'm going to try to make this video pretty quick because I still have like 11 or 12 more games to post out there. Literally talking about the ones in Croatia. So this is the last game I got before Croatia. So let's go over it really quick, and let's start with Magic. Magic, I got Wrath of God, I got Trial of Faith, I got Cleansing Fire, I got Hand of Heaven. For my opponent, this is his army. He has a couple units of Knights of the Realm. He has one unit of Grail Knights and one unit of Questing Knights. I want to say that's what he has. But in all fairness, it's really hard for me to figure out which one's which. And he has a unit of Pegasus Knights. His one Pegasus Lord that's running around has like a Dragon Lance that does D3 hits for every hit he got. Something like that. He has a Damsel on the bottom left. He has a couple characters. He has the Green Knight on the right there, bottom right. And he has another hero that's just like something in a BSB. As you can see, this is my side. I got my K-Pack on the hill. I got 44 Forest Goblins. I got 28 Savage Orc Ed Bashers with paired weapons. I got my unit of Spider Riders. I got my Idol, my Spider, and 20 Goblins with bows. I have my General on a frickin' giant Wyvern on the right there. And basically, we are playing Battle Line. As you can see, this is how we deployed. He deployed in the center. I deploy pretty wide. He left me an open space on the right side to let my caster out. So basically, my caster is going to ambush or scout up on the right. I vanguard up with my dogs on the right, and basically that's how it's going to go. Let's go over turn one. I believe it's Orcs and Goblins turn one. It is Orcs and Goblins turn one. Orcs and Goblins turn one. I go ahead and I move my wizard right up to the flank of that unit, and I'm just going to go ahead and just try to burn the shit out of them. Not that I'm planning to do much damage, but I figured if I do enough tomahawks, enough wounds, he's bound to fail an armor save. That's what I'm looking forward to. I keep my chaff out of the way, so that way if he does turn around, I can chaff him with my dogs, and not only that, but it gives my savages a turn to just run up as fast as possible. Basically, I'm using the building on the left to my advantage, keeping my general in the middle, keeping the spider out of combat for a while because I'm just going to do the web launcher. As you can see, he has his Pegasus Lord on the left. That Pegasus Lord is the one that it's basically going to charge in strength 7 with D3 hits on every hit he does. So I forgot what oath it is or what virtue it is or whatever it is, but basically it just, that lance, it could really destroy my monster. It could destroy any monster, really. And I end up fighting it in ETC too, so you'll see it come back. And again, I'm not 100%, and again, this game happened like maybe a month ago or a little bit less than a month ago, so it's really hard for me to remember exactly what Todd's list was. But let's go over here. Magic, I got a 1 on the Magic Flux. Go ahead and I do a Hand of Heaven boosted, and I only kill off one dude here, and that's all that really happens. That's it. And yeah, let's go start off his turn. Knights of the Realm, or Knights. Kingdom of Aquitaine turn 1. Kingdom of Aquitaine turn 1. He doesn't do any charges. What he ends up doing is he actually reforms his guys this way. He pops the character, the BSB, out of the unit to start chasing down my spiders. And basically what he's doing is he's just trying to find every single way to kill my spiders. So you can see his Pegasus are coming this way, his small unit of Knights Aspirant coming this way, his BSB's coming this way, and they're just cornering my unit there. So immediately I'm thinking of like, oh shit, how do I get out of this pickle? And the only thing I can think of is jumping the characters out of the unit and just leaving the unit there to take the hit. That's it. Unless I pass a march check. If I pass a march check, I have a better idea. His Green Knight popped out, as you can see right here, and he's going to go to Magic. Magic, he rolled a 6 on the Power Flux. Now he has Druidism, so he goes ahead and he does Oaken Throw and gets up, and then basically he starts doing Master of Earth onto the unit. He ends up I think he fails to kill any though. I think he just flubbed. Maybe he did 1 wound. He did 1 wound. Whatever. That's it. That's all that really happened. He didn't really move up. He kind of stayed back. All his guys are just trying to kill my wizard bunker, which is a smart thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. That unit's about 1,000 points. You're getting 255 in the spiders, 450 from the wizard, which is already 700, and then the BSB is only like 200, but he's another 100 for being a BSB. So that's about 1,000 to 1,100 points. So if you kill that unit, even though like I walked up there like an idiot, if you kill that unit, it's worth a lot of fucking points. My turn. Orcs and Goblins turn too. The whole point about that unit, though, is they're very wiry and it's not easy to catch. So let's go over and I'm going to call it the Wog! And I'm going to charge my Savages, like I said, into the rear of his BSB. And the whole point is I need like a 10 to get in. It's a far charge, but if I get into the rear of his BSB, it doesn't matter. I'll have a charge, like a big rear, which is 3 combat res, 3 ranks, and a banner, and he's not going to do 8 wounds. He's just not. He's going to lose combat against my Savages. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to charge it to his rear. I failed the charge. But as you can see on the left side, my Forest Goblins and my K-Pack both went in. They both get in like so. And then I go ahead and I move the Spider up. I realize when I move the Spider up because I don't want his Pegasus on the left hunting my Spider. Same thing with my Common Goblins. They just walked up to get the objective, but also to just get out of line of sight. My General moves up to protect. Now, as you can see, I did pass my March check with my Spider Riders. So I go ahead and I do this move where I move them this way towards the Savages that failed to charge, and I move the dogs behind them. So what's going to end up happening is when he charges me on the next turn, I could flee, and I'll immediately flee behind all my shit, and he cannot even touch me. So I was like, that's pretty smart. That's my own way out of this. Again, like I said, it's a very hard unit to fucking get to. Magic, I rolled an 8 on the Power Flux, which is the exact opposite of the 1. Go ahead and I do a Wrath of God. It comes down. It goes through. Then I go ahead and I do a Trial by Faith onto his Green Knight. Do 1 wound onto the Green Knight. And then I do, it looks like a Hand of Heaven. No, this is Impact. This is Close Combat. Close Combat! Boom! I hit the fucking Knights. Do 3 wounds with my fucking K-Pack, but he ends up doing like 7 wounds back. More than 7 wounds. He fucked me up. Holy shit, he fucked me up. But my BSB and my General there, I have a charge and 3 wounds. I think I took damage from the DTs, and that's why I died so easy. Anyways, so let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He did maybe like 7 wounds. Okay, so he did 7 wounds. I did a charge and 3 wounds. He has 2 ranks and a banner, so he's up at 6. I lead a 4 rerollable, and I make it, and my fucking K-Pack sticks, which is huge. Go ahead and I do a bunch of, I popped my Poison Banner, and I went with the Goblins to kill his unit there. I think I only do like a wound or 2. He doesn't really do that. No, I do 3 wounds. He did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He did 7 wounds back. I'm steadfast. I stick. I reform, and I turn this way so that way he can't charge the flank of my unit. He's gonna have to charge a front charge. And that's gonna go start off my turn, or his turn. Kingdom Ecotane turn 2. Kingdom Ecotane turn 2. So he charges it to my unit like I expected with the Green Knight. I flee, and I flee through all my units. My dogs don't run, which is crazy. If my dogs actually panic there, he could catch me, because his Knight could just hit the corner of my Spiders past the Savages. So he charges into the dogs, and he goes in with both units. The way he should have done it, to be honest, was he should have charged, and Todd, I know you're watching this, you should have charged the Green Knight into the Savages and went to the guy on the left, and then charged the unit of whatever into the dogs, and then overrun into the Savages, and you can start that combat. But he didn't. He just went everything into the dogs. No, I take it back. I totally take that back. He did do it right. What happened was he tried to redirect, and he failed the redirect, and he ended up just failing charge and ending up right by the dogs. That's what happened. But the other unit goes into the dogs. As you can see, his BSB's behind the hill. I don't know why the BSB's behind the hill. He moves the Pegasus over, and basically that's how it looks. Magic, he ends up doing Oaken Throne, and I do everything in my power to dispel it. I actually turn it off as soon as the start of the turn. Then he goes ahead and he puts it back up, and I throw all my dice. I throw 5 dice at it to stop his fucking Oaken Throne. He's like, what the fuck? But basically, I don't want him having a bajillion stone skin. I don't want him to restore all his wounds on his guys. I want him to fucking die. So he goes ahead and he does stone skin up anyways. because that comet's coming down, and I forgot what else happens. I think he gave him healing water, so he has the regen, but the Pegasus are going to get hit. Comet doesn't come down, it doesn't look like. Yeah, it doesn't look like the comet come down. My dogs end up killing one of the knights. Oh, that's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. But my dogs run, they get punked, and they run through, and he overruns into the savages. Over here, close combat, he ends up, again, winning combat, but I stick on a leadership 4. I don't think he did any wounds, though. And then over here, close combat, he ends up just ripping apart my goblins, but my goblins are holding still. I take that back. My goblins run, he chases me down, and he overruns into my spider, it looks like. It looks like that. My turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I get a Magic Flux, because apparently I have no pictures of the charging. I'm pretty sure... Oh, actually, this is it. This is it. Did my spider get overrun into? I don't think it did. I think he just... I don't think he overrun into my spider. So I move the spider this way to block his future charges. I want to say that's it. Oh, I see it. He overran into Crom. In this picture, you can tell. He overran into Crom. My spider charges into the flank of that unit. That's what happened. My general charges to the flank of the Green Knight, and I'm going to overrun into his other unit as long as my K-Pack is holding. My K-Pack has been the clutch piece here. My Spider Riders rally and move because they have Feign Flight. And I'm going to go start trying to attack that Pegasus Lord before he gets to me. Then we go to Magic. Magic, I got 3 on the Power Flux. Go ahead and I do Cleansing Fire onto Crom. Gets off. I go ahead and I do Trial by Faith onto his Peg Lord. It goes off. I do 1 wound. Over here, close combat. My fucking Spider and Crom wipe out 4 of the guys out of the 6 guys here. The Knight's Aspirant. It's going to cause him to run, and what I end up doing is I overrun with Crom up. I really can't overrun with the spider because the spider can't pivot. I don't know how that works. As you can see, his other knight unit is super close to my spider, so I can't pivot north to face upwards. You know what I mean? So is there a rule about that? This was actually asked to me at ETC, and I still didn't know the answer, and I just assumed that it's not. But I ran from Crom because I wanted Crom to go into the general's unit and keep him busy for a long time. Basically, that was my whole plan. It works. Crom gets in, boom, up like that. His other 2 units get away. As you can see, my general killed his Green Knight, just straight up punked him. Overruns into the next unit, and then the savages and my general just destroy that. I think it was just my general. I think my general just destroyed that unit straight up before he even swung at my savages. That's crazy. It's going to start off turn 4, Kingdom of Ekatane, I think, or Orcs and Goblins. No, Kingdom of Ekatane turn 4. Kingdom of Ekatane turn 4. He charges his Pegasus Knight Lord into my spider, gets in. Then he charges the other unit into the spider. Now that's a unit of Grail Knights there that the spider's taking on. As you can see, his BSB is kind of hiding between his units now. His other unit doesn't rally. His Pegasus are chaffing my savages, so my savages can't go forward, but he can't chaff my lord. Over here, close combat. Again, I just keep stopping Oaken Throne. I just refuse to give him Oaken Throne. He puts up Stone Skin, doesn't really matter. Over here, combat, he ends up doing 3 wounds onto my spider. My spider, the Grail Knights end up doing a bunch more. They do 4 more wounds. I have 1 wound left, but I stick, and I am stubborn, and I don't go anywhere. And then the other knights actually end up killing Crom just straight up killing Crom. As you can see, that's how it looks. And then it's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 4, 5, I think, maybe 4 or 5, whatever the freaking number says at the bottom. My general charges into the flank of his Grail Knights. My common goblins charge into the rear of the Peg Lord. I know he's going to kill the Space Rock. I know he's going to kill the Space Rock, okay? The point is, I'll have a charge, a big rear, a rank, okay? That's already 5 combat res, 6 with the flank with my general, okay? And even though he'll do a wound to the spider, if he gets any wounds off on the goblins, which he might, you know, I'll still win combat by roughly 3, not including the damage my general is going to do to the Grail Knights, right? So I'll be fine. I think I'll be totally fine. And as of right now, you can see my general isn't being looked at by any other unit. So there's nothing going to go ahead and charge him. He might kill my spider, but I'll be fine. Magic, I rolled a 7 on the flux. Go ahead. I don't really have any pictures. Oh, you can see my savages charge into the pegs. But yeah, I do a. Looks like I did a Hand of Heaven onto the unit that was fleeing. End up doing a wound onto them. Go ahead and I do a Trial of Faith onto his Lord. I end up doing a wound onto him. Over here, close combat. Woo! He swung everything he had into my spider to kill my spider, and he flubbed the roll. He's not strength 6 anymore. He's only like strength 4, maybe. So he needs 6s to wound, and he just freaking flubs it. So I don't do any wounds to the Peg Lord, but I go straight into the unit with my general on the spider, and I kill the unit. So I'm winning combat res by a massive amount. His Peg Lord flees. I chase with everything. I don't even think I catch the I do. I totally catch the bastard. So I kill the Peg Lord. My general ends up running into his BSB that was hiding in between the units. You can see my savages kill the Pegasus Knights on the right side, and it's going to go into his turn. His turn, he just charges into my savages. Magic, he gets 3. I keep stopping Oaken Throne. He goes at it. He ends up doing he ends up healing the back row of his guys. Goes ahead and he punks my savages, kills a bunch. My savages go back, and holy fuck, my savages rip apart 6 of them, and it leaves me the last guy. No, I'm not steadfast. I think I am steadfast, but I fail it. I run. He chases and he gets it, but basically it's my turn 5. My turn 5, I killed his oh no, the Peg Lord is alive. Peg Lord's right there. I killed the BSB, but I just overrun and I look into his Peg Lord. I charge in with my Lord. Do magic. I got 5 on the flux. Do a boosted Hand of Heaven onto his remaining knights. Kill a couple. I don't even know what this double 6s is. Oh, he tried to kill my general. Jesus Christ, my general has 3 wounds on me, but I end up saving. It looks like 2 saves. End up killing his Peg Lord. These guys are coming around this way. Magic rolls a 1. Doesn't really matter. Nothing really happened. He has no good magic spells. Number 6. Turn 6. I don't charge in, but basically I'm just going to go ahead and do... This is his turn 6. I'm sorry, guys. This is confusing. I have the pictures out of order here. His turn 6, as you can see, he just moves here. I've been trying to do magic and stuff onto him. And he's sitting on the objective. He goes ahead and puts up Stone Skin. Doesn't really matter. As you can see, this is how the table looks. My general's on that side. He's on this side. My turn 6, I go ahead and I do some magic. I end up killing off one of the characters with the magic Trial by Faith. And it looks like I killed off one of the knights. And we're tied on the objective. I win pretty big. I killed his BSB, almost all his units. I still have all my characters, which is 1,700 points. And then I still have my spider and the goblins are holding the objective. He has 1 unit and 2 characters left, so it's a pretty big win for me. It might be a 16-4, maybe a 15-5, maybe a 17-3. I don't know where it is, but I don't got the objective because that unit took out my savages. Regardless, that's the end of the game. MVP is honestly the K-Pack. The K-Pack holding in the center for like 4 turns just basically gave me enough time to move what I needed to move and do what I needed to do. Overall, this is a great game. This is a fun game against Todd. Like I said, I try to pump this video out, and there's a lot of information I keep missing. But again, this game was played so long ago, it's hard to remember everything that's going on. But guys, coming up soon, coming up next week, I'm gonna go ahead and start recording my ESC games in Croatia. So those will be fun to watch. And guys, until next time, if you haven't, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and if you guys would like to show some support, you can always go to my Patreon, subscribe on my Patreon. I still have Koopa Dice. If you want some Koopa Dice, you would have to do the higher tier donation. But besides that, yeah, I'm going to start trying to push Patreon again. I know I say it every time, but I'm going to go ahead and go back to the banner rewards, the banner giveaways, because I know a lot of people were really happy with the success of winning a hand-painted banner by me. But besides that, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Subscribe to my Patreon, and I will be getting more content out to you soon. Take care, and until next time, peace.